What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4 episode 10. So we are still at Jalen's housewarming, and Miss Wanda is going off on her tirade about the people talking about her daughter and how she gonna be had them around and how these bitches this and these bees that. And Kimmy was like, Miss Wanda, what we not gonna do, we're not gonna be a bunch of those. Like, you can be mad, you can feel how you feel, but I ain't gonna be a bunch of those, right? And Miss Wanda talking about something, well, okay, Kimmy, then I apologize, Kimmy. You know, and again, you know, and you got, you know, Jalen in the background going, Miss Wanda. Well, I don't think he said Miss Wanda, but we, you know, you're not gonna talk to my mother like that in my house. And that's what you were supposed to do. See, Tisha, that's how you put somebody in check. Listen, this, I've said this a million times, and we're gonna get to this later on. Well, actually, I'll wait because we're gonna get to this in a minute. So after that, Marceau and Maurice are having a conversation, and Marceau is just upset. Like, he is just really fed up with the whole Wanda thing, and he's tired of the fact that Tisha won't check her. He's tired of feeling like, you know, that he always gotta apologize for her behavior, or that her behavior is aimed at him. And he's really pissed off about those pictures and the fact that it upset Tisha so much with those pictures. Now, let me say this, Marceau, I feel you on the Miss Wanda thing. I 120% feel you on the Miss Wanda thing. But let me say this to you. You can eliminate a whole lot of bullshit when it comes to Miss Wanda and this whole, is Marceau cheating? Is Marceau not cheating? If you would just be straightforward and just answer somebody and give people definitive answers instead of always talking in hyperbole and metaphors and shit like that. But I understand why you don't do it. Well, no, I feel like I understand why you don't do it. You don't give a straightforward answer because I think maybe somewhere in the back of all of this, maybe there has been an indiscretion in the past that you worried about it coming out, and if you put too much of a hard stop on it, maybe a skeleton will roll out the closet. I don't know. Kind of like what happened to Martell when he called that girl a peasant, and then that just seemed like to blow up the whole thing. I don't know. I could be wrong because I really like you, Marceau, and I really don't want to feel like that you out here running around on Letitia. But your lack of being able to just give a definitive, no, this did not happen. No, I did not do this. No, I did not cheat on you. Really, really, really gives me pause. But neither here nor there. Moving on. And Maurice, of course, is being Dr. Maurice, you know, and trying to talk him down about the whole situation. But again, Letitia, at the end of the day, she is your mother, and I get that. And I ain't saying you should disrespect your mom, but you do need to put your mom in check. I feel like we created a monster in Miss Wanda, and I say we, I mean all of us, the fans, the you know, and production. We created this monster because when she first came on the show, we thought her little antics were funny. But you know what the difference was? We got them in small doses. Like, we thought it was funny at the wedding when Miss Wanda was checking Marceau about not having his ring on, right? Because it appealed to most women who are married whose husbands don't wear their ring. Like, we got it. We were there for that. We thought it was funny, right? The next season we got her, you know, in the small doses with the whole, well, Marceau, do you have 10 women's running around? We thought it was cute in small doses. The problem though now is it went to her head, and now she's doing these lives, and it seems like the more she gets more and more outrageous, and then in these scenes she's getting more and more outrageous, and it's getting out of control. And I think that's the problem. But Letitia, you can check your mama. You can do it in a respectful way. You can do it. You don't have to do it on camera, but you need to let your mama know, Mama, you doing too much. You are absolutely doing too much. But neither here nor there. She not gonna do it. She done told y'all she not gonna do it. She done told y'all she not gonna check her mama. So now it's up to production and the castmates to figure out how they gonna check her mama, and that means not inviting her to stuff. And if you don't invite Miss Wanda and Letitia does end up inviting Miss Wanda, then you gotta check Tisha and let Tisha know, listen, I didn't invite your mama for a reason. She is not invited. She cannot come. She is not a part of this. Period. That's just how I feel about it. But neither here nor there. Then they talked about this trip to Atlanta. And of course, Marceau, here's why you stay in trouble, Marceau. Here is why you stay in trouble. Because You talking about something, it doesn't matter about you going to Atlanta. You don't have to make no special arrangements. You don't have to worry about how your wife might feel about it. It's just for business, and it doesn't matter. And not only are you gonna go down there for Martell's little situation, but you're gonna be scoping out locations because you're trying to expand Black. I mean, all right, if that worked for you, but that's why you stay in trouble, child. That's why you stay in trouble. So Melody is relaunching her skincare brand. She's using the same chemist, but she's renaming it. It's going to be 7th Avenue, I think it is. She said that's the street that she grew up on, and it just always takes her back to her roots. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. But she also told her mama that she's changing her last name. She is dropping the Holt. And that she did talk to the kids about it. Now, listen, I don't feel no kind of way about it one way or the other. If that's what she needs to do to get her past what it is that she's trying to get past as it relates to Martell, girl, do what you gotta do. That monkey ain't stopping no shows. If you decide to change your name, yes, professionally you've been known as Melody Holt, but that monkey ain't stopping no shows. You changing your name and dropping the Holt or going back to your maiden name. I like Melody Cherie. I like the little Melody Cherie thing. I guess that's her middle name. I like that. So I don't think it feels, I don't feel no kind of way about that. That was cute. So then we see Kimmy and Tiffany go out for lunch. We found out that Kimmy has gotten her broker's license, which I learned the difference between a broker and a realtor by watching Selling Tampa. Okay, shout out to Selling Tampa. So congratulations to you, Kimmy. Now Kimmy is in a position where she can have her own brokerage firm, which is very rare, especially for women of color. Again, I found that out on Selling Tampa, and I'm sure that there aren't a lot of, well, I ain't gonna say that, but anyway, congratulations to Kimmy. And I actually saw Kimmy, she posted it on her Instagram. She's on one of those like house hunting shows or HGTV shows. She did a segment, so shouts out to you, Kimmy. And so Tiffany starts talking to her about her and Lewis wanting a baby, but them not really having time, and him complaining about the fact that they don't spend no time together now. And Kimmy was like, but girl, do you not realize that it's gonna be even less time? Like, a baby takes up a lot of time. Like, if y'all don't have enough time to spend with each other now, how you gonna justify having a baby? Like, if y'all don't make no money, I mean, if y'all don't have time now, how y'all gonna have time in the future? That don't even make no sense. Now Tiffany, I mean, Kimmy is really trying to get Tiffany to understand, like, girl, I don't know how y'all gonna handle it, and Tiffany gonna be Wonder Woman. I don't know, whatever. She talked about, Kimmy talked about her and Maurice and their time management, as far as him being an entrepreneur and them spending time together when they first started dating, versus, just being able to just carving out that time and making time for each other. We see that Martell is studying for his builder's license. He done got himself a tutor. Congratulations, Martell. Shouts out to you. Because, we was giving you a hard time over here about you and this damn builder's license. And I can understand that the test might be hard. I understand that it was easy for you to lean on Melody. But what I didn't understand was after the rug got pulled up from under you, how you were so comfortable allowing somebody else to take the lead again, rather than saying, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to get my own, because I don't never want to be in that position again that somebody can pull the rug up from up under me. I understood you leaning into your wife. Like, I get that. But I didn't understand you out here leaning into just any Tom, Dick, and Harry out here in Huntsville. And at any point in time, they could just decide they don't want to deal with you anymore, and that be the end of it, right? That's the part I didn't understand. But neither here nor there. We get to the 7th Avenue lunch party, and shouts out to Bondi Blue. We knew that Bondi was there because things had been posted when she first went, but Bondi was on the show. She was in a couple of scenes, and shouts out to you. You looked gorgeous, honey. And shouts out to you for them having you on the show and so forth. But Stormy, Kimmy, Kiki, and Tiffany are there. Of course, Letitia is not invited, child. Surprise, surprise. And Stormy is shading Kiki, right? Because Stormy said, listen, that is Melody's friend, and that is what it is, but I don't like her, and I don't respect how she moving, because I don't like what she did to her cousin, because if she could do that to her cousin, she could do that to anybody, and I felt some kind of way about it. And Kiki felt it too. Kiki was like, well, damn, she's shading me. Like, what did I do to her? I thought me and Stormy was cool. And y'all know Stormy has resting bitch face. I think even when she's not trying to be, her face is always on, right? And so it was weird because they were literally sitting in each other's face talking like the other person wasn't there. And Kimmy was like, well, girl, like, you could talk to her because she's right here. Why won't you talk? Because y'all right here together. Like, what? Why don't you? But basically, Stormy was like, yeah, like, at the end of the day, I don't really have no beef with Kiki. She just not somebody I want to rock with because I don't like how she moves. And I can respect that. Like, you don't have to be friends with everybody your friends is friends with. But, I mean, Stormy didn't go out of her way to be nice, but I don't feel like she went out of her way to be rude either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kiki definitely felt the cold front. But I don't feel like she went out of her way to be rude. She just didn't go out of her way to be nice. Okay? Kiki pulls Kimmy aside and she wants to have a conversation with Kimmy about why Kimmy felt the need to go back to Letitia and tell Letitia what was said. Now, I normally don't listen to other people's reviews before I do my review, but I did actually hear a couple of reviews, and a lot of people felt like Kimmy's getting on their nerves, and they felt like Kimmy was being shady, but I really didn't feel that way. I absolutely applauded Kimmy in this moment, and I felt like Kimmy stood in her shit and was like, listen, at the end of the day, if you didn't say nothing that was a problem, then why is it a problem? And Kiki talking about something where I felt like it was a private conversation. Kimmy was like, private? Girl, they were filming it. Like, and in that moment, Kimmy, like, actually broke the fourth wall because she was like, we were filming. Like, what are you talking about? What part of that conversation did you think was going to be private? You absolutely knew that you were being filmed. You absolutely knew that they're going to take whatever you say and use it however they want to use it. And honestly, Kimmy went back and talked to Tisha because, like she said, me and Tisha relationship, we're just getting to we are rebuilding our friendship, and the last thing I want is to be caught up in well, you were there when I said, well, why didn't you tell me that? Why did I find out from somebody else? Listen, Kimmy did exactly what Kimmy was supposed to do. If I'm at a party and somebody that I'm friends with is the topic of discussion and it's something as detrimental as infidelity in that scenario, I'm absolutely telling that person. You know why? Because I don't want to be part of it. Don't bring me in it. Don't make me a part of it. Don't make me an issue. And so I don't feel like Kimmy did anything wrong. And I can respect that Kimmy stood in it. And Kimmy was like, Kiki, I'm really not understanding what the problem is. Like, all I said was what I said. All I said was what happened. I didn't add nothing to it. I didn't take nothing away from it. And if you feel some kind of way about it, that's because of what you said. And Kiki wasn't. The thing that I thought was interesting is that Kiki wasn't speaking on whether she said it. She just doesn't think that what she said was a problem. And then, I know they showed the footage, and she was like, well, I don't remember saying it. And so they showed the footage of her talking to Melody and talking about what me and Tisha have, talked about, whether they were rumors or not. You're acknowledging that this is something that's been a part of their marriage before. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. So I felt like in that moment, you were trying to pass the buck, and you were mad at Kimmy for repeating what was said instead of being mad at the fact that you was a part of it. But whatever. So then, last but not least, we have a double date between Marceau, Tisha, and Kimmy and Maurice. And basically, Marceau was just talking about how he is just tired. He tired of Tisha mama. He tired of Kiki. He said he felt some kind of way about somebody like Kiki out here, contributing to their problems. Supposed to be a family member, but is in the mix, and he got a problem with it. And I feel like he even alluded to this whole thing about whatever they told the Holtz about Kiki back in the day, that Kiki was so upset with Tisha about. I feel like he alluded to that as well. And at the end of the day, Marceau just sounds like he is really getting fed up with the whole thing. And again, it brings me back to what happened this weekend and what I heard Maurice say in the background of one of them damn videos when he was like, we keep pushing the envelope and at a certain point it's going to break. And I feel like in that moment, we saw sort of what we were leading up to and where we ended up with this whole melee that happened on Saturday. Like, at a certain point, the dam is going to break, and that's where that whole reality TV, you allow it to invade your world to the point where now you're disrupting things that weren't a problem, right? Anyway, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.